Hey everyone. All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about the Main Street repaving trolley track project and the Dumbo queue area beautification, renovation, whatever you want to call it. So let's start off with Main Street. Okay, so Disney announced, I believe it was last week, that they're actually going to rip out the whole street and they're going to repave it and replace all of the trolley track with new track and some brickwork. Now, this is the very first time in the history of the park that all the track will be replaced. Disney did say that the track that has been there since opening day will be saved and the rest of the track will be recycled. Okay, so I'm assuming that the track will look very similar to Buena Vista Street, how they do it, where the street is still, you know, asphalt essentially, but the area around the track is like kind of like outlined with the brickwork. And I think that would look really, really nice on Disneyland's Main Street. As you can see, the street has really taken a beating over the years. There's a lot of cracks. It looks really run down. And I think with the brickwork kind of outlining and following that track, it'll prevent crackage, if that's a word, crackage, from the pressure of the trolleys going down the track and everything. I think the brickwork will prevent that cracking, which is great. So this is a great investment from Disney. I'm really happy they're doing this. They're also going to be kind of modernizing the Dumbo queue and giving it some shade, thankfully. And, you know, I think they're just going to kind of make it more practical, more manageable. So that's always a good thing. And the Fantasyland attractions are very old, and a lot of them do need that modernization to kind of bring it to the new age. So I'm really glad they're doing that for Dumbo. Now, I want to go back to Main Street for a moment, okay? We're getting a brand new street. It's going to look gorgeous. I have no doubt it's going to look fantastic. But one thing that is bothering me is the castle, okay? Now, for those of you that don't know, the castle, the actual rooftop on the castle is damaged. And that's why we haven't seen the original structure exposed for many, many, many years. Even after the 60th anniversary completed, we still had those sparkly, bedazzled rooftops, the really ugly sparkly rooftops. And the reason for that is the rooftops are actually damaged. On the actual castle, the structure, the rooftops are damaged. Now, I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of a demonstration, so to speak, on how this damage occurred, okay? So, as you know, every holiday season and, you know, sometimes for special events, Disney will change the castle. So every season, every Christmas, what they do is they put snow on the roofs, okay? Now, how they do this is interesting. Imagine this is the rooftop for the castle, okay? The actual structure. What Disney does is they create a snow-covered rooftop separately. Okay, and this is also how they did the 60th anniversary bedazzle rooftops. They create a separate roof. And what they do is they create the separate roof and they place it on top of the original structure. And it sits on it like this. And when they're done with the celebration or the holidays or whatever, they take that roof off and you have the original structure. The problem is that the original structure is damaged, and it's damaged because of all the years of putting on and taking off those overlays, okay? So one thing I hope they address with the Main Street, you know, renovation is the castle. I really hope that also goes under the knife and they finally fix those rooftops. I'm going to be really honest with you guys, and this might be a very unpopular opinion, but if these overlays, you know, the Christmas overlays, the anniversary overlays, and this doesn't just apply to the castle, this applies to Small World and other attractions. But if these overlays are going to do damage to the original structure, okay, I'd rather them not do the overlay. In my opinion, 2 or 3 months of snowy rooftops is not worth a damaged castle. It's not. And to be honest with you, Small World, ever since they started doing the Small World holiday, as beautiful and as amazing as it is, ever since they started doing that show, the Small World facade has taken a beating. It looks bad, and it has for many years because they glue on all those, you know, lights, the Christmas lights. So if they can't figure out a way to keep the original structure looking good and do the overlays, I'd rather them scrap the overlays. That's just my opinion, okay? But anyway, that's the rundown on the overlays. I'm really hoping, since the street is down, that they take that time to finally fix the castle rooftops. It's really sad. The icon of the castle has leaking rooftops. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Disney, you have to deal with that and fix it immediately. You can't just put a band-aid on it, like almost like a literal band-aid with these overlay roofs, and just keep those on and think the problem is solved. It's not. You have to fix that. So that's my little rant in regards to the overlays. But what do you guys think about everything I mentioned? What about the rooftops, Main Street getting its new trolley tracks and the brickwork, Dumbo getting a modernized queue with some shade? What are all your thoughts on this topic? Also, if you have Twitter, follow me on Twitter at OrangeGrove55 so we can continue the conversation. I'm always on Twitter. I'd love to talk to you guys. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I really do appreciate it. Like, subscribe. I do content on Disney all the time. And as always, have a magical day.